Hello there, everybody. As y'all heard, my name is Cloudmark27. I love Fatal Frame. This is my favorite horror series, and it is always a huge treat to show off the Fatal Frame 2 run whenever I can. So, big shout out to Ek for having me on here, and we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna get to it. Time will start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, so I am also playing the Xbox version of Fatal Frame 2. So this is the director's cut. There's a couple changes from the PlayStation 2 version. Most notably, there's a new ending. There's new, oh my god, there's new costumes, and there's a new mode, FPS mode. So you can actually play this entire game as an FPS. It's a really cool change of perspective. So if you're used to the third person view of Fatal Frame, it's crazy actually changing it to the first person view. But the run starts pretty much. We're going into a creepy village. As you would do. You go play in the forest with your twin. Decide, hey, that's a creepy village. Let's go into it. As you do. But we're playing as Mio and her sister Mayu. You can see Mayu behind us. She's a little rambunctious at times, and she doesn't behave sometimes, but she's cool. She's cool. You can see her limping a little bit, and that's going to come into play later when we're actually playing as her. But as a kid, she actually fell down a cliff, and her knee was the opposite way it should have been. So, yeah, that's why she's limping. She feels that, and Mio feels a little bit guilty because they were playing, and they're you know how kids are, right? But this game's scary, and as y'all heard earlier, there's gonna be a second remake, Fatal Frame 2 remake, which is coming early next year. Shout out to Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja, who are bringing us this remake. So we're gonna start this. We're gonna be following this ghost here because when you enter a scary village and you enter a scary house in the scary village, the best thing to do is follow the ghosts. But this is like a little tutorial area, time to get us used to like all the mechanics and all the puzzle stuff. So one of the big things of Fatal Frame speedrunning is you have to do certain flags, which will make the game move forward. So like for this, I had to grab her notebook. Cool. Now we're just going to move on back, and we're going to see her again. And this ghost's name, I'm pretty sure is Miyako. Sometimes I get her confused with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it's Miyako. She was a journalist? She was here with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend got lost, and she was like trying to find him. Yeah, they never found each other, and she kind of, turned into a ghost. Also, we're going to be skipping pretty much every single cutscene in here. We got to go fast, and cutscenes aren't fast. All right, so now we have the most unique aspect of Fatal Frame, which is the camera obscura. You won't see this in pretty much any other horror game. It's something very truly special and unique to the Fatal Frame series. Very cool. Changing perspectives, mid-game is always an insane task, especially when you consider this game, or the first game even came out in 2001. Absolutely wonderful. And then those cloth physics. You gotta love it. This game, super ahead of its time. All right, but anyway, we've had enough of this. It's kind of scary. Try to leave. Can't. It's locked. Who would have thought? I see ghosts. And we're gonna see another main mechanic of Fatal Frame here. We gotta take a picture of this, I don't know, what you would call it, like a spirit aura locking this door. And that basically says, you gotta go here, take a picture of this, and that'll unlock this place. So I'm trying to be very good on the lines that I take in movement. This is an 8-axis movement system. 8, 6, 8. Where basically you choose one of the 8 directions and will just move that way. You can I was kind of trying to show it there, but... And you want to be taking the least amount of distance, right? You want to be as fast as possible. For that, to go back to opening the door, told us to go here. Take a picture of this, and the seal breaks. Yippee! Alright, get out of here. We'll see another dude here. This camera angle's kind of weird. You can move during some parts where it like locks the camera to focus on a ghost. It wants you to take a picture of that ghost, you know, you get information, you see more stuff. But that was Miyako's boyfriend right there. As you saw him, he's also a ghost, so they didn't have a good time. He's doing a little bad. Sometimes it's kind of hard to like control Mio when you can't see her. So there'll be times where I'm like running into a wall. I don't mean to run into the wall. It's just I can't see Mio, so I can't really tell exactly where she is. All right. One thing cool here, you can auto do the trigger here if you just try to leave. And then we're gonna do. There's also a really cool line that you can make. If you do it fast enough, you see how Miyako says "I missed you." If you move fast enough, it'll cut that off, and then Mayu will say "a bed," and I'm like, "That's me every Monday," because you know, get up for work, and I'm like, "Bet I miss you." All right, you saw a little bit of stair skating right there. You see that in other horror games, like obviously Resident Evil and stuff. But it is pretty prevalent in this. All right, we're just gonna grab this film right here, and we're gonna equip that. Mayu, please. All right, just a little push, and she got out of the way, so that was pretty nice. Sometimes she'll like stonewall you. She'll be like, "You're not moving, Mio. You're staying right here." All right, cool. And this is gonna get us into our first battle, where Miyako's done messing around, and we're gonna hope that she doesn't spawn in the wall. Wonderful. All right, we're gonna take a picture of her, and then we're gonna immediately run as far away as possible. And we're gonna hope that she doesn't spawn in the wall again, but I think she did. Okay, that's fine. Usually want to get a fatal frame right there. But sometimes she just doesn't cooperate in where she spawns. So like here again, she is on the other side of this wall. Not much that we can do. I think she's coming. She's coming. We're gonna let her grab. This will give us a free fatal frame. Cool. Ideally, she doesn't attack Mayu and she goes after Mio because it's a lot easier to get a fatal frame combo there, but it's fine. And you do want to try to get a fatal frame combo on this first one. For one, it gives you more points and an item that we get right here. Not Argonite, but the Spirit Stone. It helps us upgrade our camera. And to upgrade the camera, we need points. And we get points from taking pictures and defeating ghosts and stuff like that. We don't defeat a lot of ghosts in this run. So the ghosts that we do defeat, we have to get a lot of points from. And to get the most points, you have to get a fatal frame.
It's calling.
All right, so now we're in a Mayu section. Mayu is being, we'll say, spirited away here. She gives also like a path that Mio's gonna follow her. And you can see her limp from earlier. This is where she did injure her leg, and you know, as a kid, and it just stuck with her. But she's gonna be following the Crimson Butterflies. A huge motif in this game, butterflies. All right, so now Mio knows where to go.
Mayu.
Don't worry, Mayu, I'm coming for you. Whee! How cool would it be to be able to stair skate IRL? I live on the 3rd floor, right? I live in the 3rd floor of my apartment. And do you know how cool it would be to stair skate up? That'd be so sick.
I was about to say, you said up, but technically you can stair skate down. It just, you can only do it once.
That's very true.
You only can do it the one time.
Yeah, my stairs are like stone or so. I don't know, but it would be bad if you did that. But yeah.
Oh, especially like people underestimate falling downstairs. Be very careful.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. All right, so Mio's a very good sister. She's like, Mayu, come on, girl. So we're running after, you got to take care of your younger sibling. I have plenty of younger siblings. I know exactly how she feels. You just got to do it. All right, cool. We're gonna skip that. Turns out this place is locked. The ghosts were like, "You're not following her. You got to go get some keys." And I call these keys the Twinkies because they are twin keys. We have fun. We have fun speedrunning Fatal Frame. All right, but we got to go find those. But the game still needs to tell us one thing. The game needs to be like, yo, if you ever get stuck, we're going to give you a little bit of a lifeline. What you got to do, you got to follow the crimson butterflies. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make our way over there. Come over here. What these crimson butterflies are going to do is they're going to lead us to a character called Itsuki. He is like the... I don't know. He gives you clues about where you got to go and what you got to do. He was a twin that took part in the ritual that's going on. We'll talk about that ritual later. But it kind of messed him up. He's not doing good. You can see right now he has white hair. It's from Marie Antoinette syndrome, I think is the name. We're just going to skip what he says. But basically, he's like,
if you can't find
the way, come to me.
Come and find me. I may be able to.
Yeah, poor dude. He just wants to help us. But we don't got time to talk right now, Itsuki. We got twin keys to find. A lot of the first part of this game, well, a lot of this game is actually having clean movement lines. You don't want to get stuck on buildings. You don't want to be running into corners. You want to be taking tight turns. And honestly, sometimes Mio, she just decides to spin. You'll be moving one way, and then she'll be like, you know what? Time to spin. And then she'll just spin. And you're like, okay. But hopefully that doesn't happen. It's usually when you see these camera changes, if you have your hand on the control stick and you move it in like a slight way at exactly when the camera changes, that's what causes her to spin. But thankfully, all you got to do is actually press X. I'm on an Xbox controller, like I said, I'm playing the Xbox version, to run, or square would be on PlayStation. There's one of the twin keys. So usually the control stick is just there for adjustments. Oh, see, like I tried to adjust to not hit that torch looking thing, but I failed, which is okay. All right, we got one. Now we got to go with the other one. We're looking for these gravestones, and gravestones with the crimson butterflies on them. Those are the ones that we're going to find. Just to really hammer in that crimson butterflies are like, hey, follow these things. They got your back. All right, that cutscene was just showing like ghost villagers. And they pop up every so often. It's a random encounter. There are some static encounters, like we're going to come up to a static encounter right now. But then through the game, like sometimes they'll just appear. They'll just be like, what's up? How's it going? All right, so we're going to go right down this area right here. And you're going to see the crimson butterflies over there? That's exactly where we're going to go. And this is one of the static encounters. This is going to spawn 3 ghosts, 1 in front of us and 2 behind us. We don't have to worry about the one in front of us. He's whatever. These 2 behind us, we got to dodge them. How are we going to dodge them? We're going to hug the wall. Excuse me. They're not very fast. They're just happy to be here. Not very fast. They're just happy to be here. If you do just run into them, they will grab you. That's why we hug the wall right there. But their horizontal movement, pretty bad. Pretty not good. Really easy to, break their ankles. But now that we have both twin keys, we're off to open this door. We're off to get Mayu. And in this upcoming area, there's actually a special ghost known as the Bridge Ghost. She also she's not a permanent ghost. She has a chance to spawn. She has a chance to not spawn. If she spawns, she blesses the run, which is always good for us. If she doesn't, then the run is cursed. And we're going to have to deal with that. But I have a couple chances because we're going to be running across this bridge a couple times. And we're going to see is this run going to be blessed or is this run going to be cursed? You can hear her crying right now. That doesn't mean she spawned. She's just crying. She's chilling. But like I said, we have a couple times. All right, that goes right there. That's Sai. This game, it starts with a pair of twins, Sai and Yae. They are supposed to perform the ritual, but Yae runs away. And Yae actually runs away to the Himuro Manor, which, if y'all don't know, that is the setting for Fatal Frame 1. And she gets got in the Himuro Manor. So, mission failed successfully on her part, I guess. Because she did escape this part, but that's not good. But what's happening right now is they're trying to put Mio and Mayu in place of Sai and Yae. We don't want that. We don't want Mayu to be sacrificed. So we need to go get her. All right, this is good. This gives us basically a monitor of when fatal frames are going to occur. It's like a little blinky that'll be like, if you shoot now, you're going to get a fatal frame. Which is what we want. You can go and just do regular shots and whatever against these ghosts, but it'll take you forever to kill them. Regular shots don't do any damage. This game really rewards reactivity. Not a lot of horror games do that in general. A lot of horror games, you want to be the first one to attack, the first one to do anything, the first one to have good distance, plan out your stuff. You don't want to be reactive, because if you're reactive, they're already on you and whatever. But Fatal Frame does want you to be reactive to the ghost movement. So this guy right here, he's cool. We're going to get a Fatal Frame on him. Come on, buddy. So you get 1, 2, 3. All right, we're not going to kill him. I just need points, and that guy is a free, easy Fatal Frame to get. But to get a Fatal Frame, like I was saying, for reactivity, Fatal Frames happen right before they unleash their attack. That's when they're most vulnerable, is right before they unleash an attack. And that gives you big damage, that gives you big points. And it is very good in general. That's what we're going to be doing for pretty much every ghost. Mio. There we go. So that is the Kusabi right there. Part of the ritual is taking in an outsider and turning them into the Kusabi, which is that. Oh man, that is a hard stair skate to get, because when you start it, the camera is in not a good position. Whew. Also, if you notice, I can actually interact with doors way before I get to them. Let's see if I can show it on this one. But you have to take a very specific line. So see, I was not anywhere close to it. And you want to be as far as possible and interact with the door. It saves, barely anything, but you open a lot of doors in this game. You open a ton of doors. So if you can, save it over the course, cool, of the game, it saves quite a bit of time. All right, cool. Just like that first area, we got another place to go. And this is actually, honestly, one of the hardest fights in this run. You barely have anything, and you fight 2 ghosts in a very small room. So we're gonna hope that they behave, because they have not been behaving while I was practicing for this. And before that, we are going to just upgrade our camera right there. And yeah, they're it is a very it's a tough fight, just because you're very weak. You're very weak right now. There's 2 ghosts. It's a very tiny room. But we're gonna see how we do. And before that, we got to get past the Kusabi. All right, cool. So whenever the camera or the game turns black and white, that means if you get touched, you're dead. It doesn't matter. You're dead. So we hug this part. Kusabi, stay away from us. We don't want to deal with that. We're out of here. That's scary. You do your thing. You know, let me do my thing. Cool. And we still want to be hugging all the walls here. Oh. We'll see him again right here. Ah. I like her little jump back freak out right there. It's always fun. But yeah, Kusabi's big. He's big scary. He'll be our final boss for this. He's not the actual true final boss in this game, but he'll be the final boss for this run. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna make this guy immediately fatal frame, and we're gonna hope Armless Girl is nice to us. She's not nice to us. Okay, that is fine. We're gonna do one more fatal frame on this guy because I need more points. And then we are going to switch to 90. We're gonna put function power up into sense. Oops. She's not this way. Where is she? She is this way. Ah. Alright, I was a little too early on that one, so I only got a 0 shot. Alright, so she should die in one more. Cool. Cool. That was a really good fight. Okay, that was actually, besides that first hit, that actually went super well. Okay. So we're gonna get another one of these. We actually have to use this right now. I should have waited to change, but that's okay. So that lens I picked up earlier is called Blast. Blast will increase, it's like a super shot. You have to gain spirit power. You gain spirit power by taking shots. And with that spirit power, it like empowers your next shot. It's basically like a supercharge. But we need to upgrade it once for right now. Because what it does is once you upgrade it to once, not only does it give you a supercharge, it also grants a slow effect on the ghost. And we need that coming up for this ghost that we're about to fight. Sorry, Kusabi's scary, so I had to make sure he wasn't going to get me. All right, cool. He's good. All right, so we needed that to get the key to open this door coming up. Oh, messed up the stair skating. So to do the stair skating, you basically just, wow, I messed it up again. You basically just spam the run button, but you can't just like super spam it. It has to be in like a sort of cadence. Also, if you do it too early, you just fail and you do what I did. But that's okay. Or she'll just like stop motion, go up the stairs. It's actually kind of funny to see. All right, cool. So now we're gonna go get Mayu again. Just gonna go back over here. And we're actually gonna get a preview of the next ghost that we're gonna fight. She's gonna be lying here. She's chilling. It's always funny, I don't know. She's just like, hey, how's it going? I'll see you in a bit. I was like, okay, ghost, we'll see you in a bit. All right, cool. All right, now we got Mayu again. Mayu, we got to get out of here. We're done here. No more being here. But lo and behold, the door's locked. We're not going to check that the door's locked. We just know that it's locked. All right, cool. So we're going to fight her. She is actually one of the harder ghosts to get. But we're going to go right up close to her. If you time that just right, you get the fatal frame. And the blast will make it so... Nice. Make it so it's really easy to follow up. Nice, okay. That was a perfect fight. That first fatal frame, she baits you with that first 0 shot that I got to kill her. But if you're quick enough and you anticipate it, you can actually get her. So that is exactly what we needed. Mio. All right. This is hard because my D-pad does not cooperate sometimes. This is a 20-year-old controller.
Also, wait a minute. You said this is like a Xbox version, right?
Yeah, this is the Xbox version.
Are you wielding the Duke?
No, I'm playing on my 360.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing on my special edition Resident Evil 5 Xbox 360.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
This
Yeah,
controller is 20 years old, so sometimes it needs a little help.
Actually, is this game backwards compatible going up to the only to 360 or
Only to
is there,
360.
the bone?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, because I have the series. No, I only have the digital series, but I have the Xbone, and it won't recognize this game, sadly.
Gotcha.
It's actually with the PlayStation, you can play this on PS3. Buy this on the PSN store. PS3, you can do it right now. It's $10, but you can't play it on PS4.
PS5, I think.
I would love if it was on PS5.
I know Siren is, but I don't know if they moved Fatal Frame yet.
Yeah, no Fatal Frame that I've seen. I pray for it every single day. For classics, I think October would have been a great month to put it, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, I suppose for just to fill people in who may not know, maybe you don't know the era, but the old Xbox, like the original one, was a giant console and everything on it was huge. And it has probably the largest modern controller called the Duke, and it was just massive. It was just a giant
It
controller.
is humongous.
Like, it's worth looking it up if you haven't seen it. It's big.
Yeah, it has the good old black and white button, which is they got rid of those so fast.
Does this game use the black and white buttons?
It does to zoom in and zoom out on New Game Plus.
Only New Game Plus, huh?
Yeah, so good old black. I actually don't even know what it is on the 360 controller, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I played one game that I think utilized it, and I don't even remember what it was.
It's so crazy that was a thing. All right, this little guy, we need him to appear. Go for it. He's gonna throw down a ball. We need that, but first we need to open this door over here. It'll just open when you do that. We're gonna grab this. Oh, Mayu, get out of the way. All right, she actually wasn't too in the way there. So sometimes, like I said, Mayu will body block you so hard, but she's been pretty good so far. She's chilling. All right, cool. So we needed to get the key in there. Excuse me, Mayu. Just like that. And I feel bad because like you push her out of the way, and it's like she's scared. You know, her knees hurt, and you're just like, get out of the way, Mayu. She's like, ah, but she should get out of the way. We're just gonna follow ghosts again, because when in doubt, follow the scary ghosts. Except that one, he was running through a wall. He's a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing. All right, this is a little bit of weird movement because the camera angle is weird. But basically, we have to get some ghosts to spawn, and we're gonna run back. So, okay, perfect. That's hard to get. Whew. I do really like the 360 controller. I think it has always been a good hand feel. So I don't mind running on 360. I actually think it's better than my PS3 controller. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the unseen staircase. Let's see if I can get it.
Scene.
Okay, sick, I got it. So basically you have to do the stair skating while the camera's locked onto that priest dude there. And it's really hard to know when to turn because there's two sets of stairs. They're perpendicular to each other. But we did pretty good right there. Yay. All right, so now we're basically going through the steps of the ritual, which is bad. We don't want to do the ritual, but this is the only way to move forward. We got to do the ritual.
I wonder if this will open if stepped on.
So we got to use our twin powers of pushing down two steps or 2 buttons at the same time. So Mayu's just gonna chill right there. Honestly, Mayu gets kind of rude right here because she's like, hurry up, Mio. And it's like, okay, Mayu, let's chill out a little bit, girl. We're doing our best here. Let's see. I think that's right here. I could be wrong.
Please come here.
Oh, no, yep, right there.
Hurry.
Look at that. What do you mean, hurry? We're in this predicament because of you.
Together always.
So she is being kind of like semi-possessed by Sae, and that's like really bringing out like the bad dark feelings in there.
I'm sorry.
All right, so we got that key. We need another key. It's another set of twin keys, but these are the shadow and light keys. So I don't have a clever name for them. I just call them the other keys. All right, now we got to go the other way because we got to get one more key, but we have no idea where that other key is. So we got to find some ghosts and they got to tell us where that is. Whee! Oh, okay. So there's the spin. There's our first spin of the run. Okay, you see that item right there? Don't ever get that item. It just spawns a ghost and it's not worth it. Also for this, you want to walk up right here. At least halfway? Oh, maybe I didn't do enough. Because it'll have Mayu start jogging to catch up to Mio. Because we have to wait for her right there. That's like a little trick. It's kind of like precise on when you have to, keep walking. Oh, nice. That was really good. So I didn't see it, but she did run up. It usually takes her way longer to get up there.
I'll stay here.
Yep. I like these little doors. They're cool. Yeah, you saw another spin. I tell you, sometimes they just get there. Okay, so we hear Ryokan is the ghost that's talking about this. He's the one who hid the keys. Ryokan is like the head priest here. He's the one who made the Kusabi and like does the ritual. Ryokan's family name is also Kurosawa, which if you play any of the other games, there's quite a couple Kurosawas in this game, in this series. I don't know if there's any relation to Rei, who's the main character of Fatal Frame 3, or Hisoka, who's a side character in Fatal Frame 5. But maybe. Perhaps. Because there's also Mio and Mayu are related to Kunihiko Aso. Oh my goodness, another... Mio, chill, girl. Okay, there we go. Who is basically the dude who made the camera obscura. And Yu, who's Rei's fiance in Fatal Frame 3, is also related to Kunihiko Aso. So there's a lot of family ties. So we have to wait for him to actually say these things. Because I think if you just go into here, a ghost spawns. And we don't want that. We don't want to fight anybody. So we're just gonna do that.
Everyone's dead.
Do that. We're gonna get all of these. We gotta do a little puzzle here. All right, so we're just gonna place them where they need to go. 1, 2, 5. Cool. All right, now this will give us the light key. Now we can get out of here. Spin. I should have a spin counter because... All right, hopefully this guy goes after us. He does. Nice. Okay, cool. That guy will either attack you or Mayu. If he attacks Mayu, Mio will actually pause for a second because, Mayu's getting hurt and the game's like, yo, go protect your sister. Yeah, no, she's fine. Mayu's just gonna chill up there, but we don't have to worry because whenever we go to a door that like leads to a new area, she'll just spawn next to us. Please don't attack me. Please. Nice. Cool. See? So she spawned right next to us. Sometimes that ghost will attack you, sometimes he won't. She's fine, see?
Come to this. We should have done the ritual.
Alright, cool.
I knew
Now we're gonna go into this jail-like area, which definitely isn't gonna lock us in any way. We're gonna be fine. We're just gonna go right out. First, I need this nighty film, because if I don't get that nighty film, we're in trouble later. All right, Mayu, let's get out of here. Oh, no. So we got out, but Mayu was too slow, and she didn't get out. Yep. Okay, so now we have to go get the key to get her out. And that's back at the very first building, the Osaka house. This place is split up into like four houses. And we're going to be going to all of them like through the game. That's the Osaka house. What are the other houses' names? There's the Tsuchihara house, the Kiryu house, Osaka house. I don't remember the other one. I don't. Oh yeah, there's Sadako right there. I always love that. She just comes out of the well. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go back to the beginning, and we're gonna see if Bridge Ghost is gonna bless this run. Let's see. Bridge Ghost. Come on, Bridge Ghost. She's a little shy sometimes, so let's not pressure her or anything, okay? All right, once we go to the Osaka house, we just have a couple things to pick up. I heard her, but she decided not to show up. That's okay. That is okay. We still got a couple chances. Oh, there she is. She spawned. She just waited for us to leave a little more. You can kind of hear like bubbles all around you when she spawns. Blast run. Blast run. All right, so now we got to go talk to Itsuki once again. He's just going to be like, back to the Osaka house. I'm like, I already knew that, buddy. I already knew that. But sometimes he just wants to be included, and that's okay. All right, so we're going to follow Scary Ghost again. There's Sae. She is the true main enemy, or main, like, ultimate final boss of this game. You can only fight her in the hard difficulty or above, so hard or nightmare. And do you have to? No, you don't have to be on New Game Plus. I think you just have to be on hard or nightmare.
It must accomplished this.
And you fight her after you fight the Kusabi. But for us, we're only doing this on normal, so we're only gonna fight the Kusabi. All right, Itsuki, what's up? What's up, buddy?
Come here, Yai.
Yep. Yep.
Don't give up.
Yep. He gives me some, encouragement. Don't give up. Never give up. Follow your heart. Trust your instincts. We got it. So now we're back on our way to the Osaka house. Let us go. All around Fatal Frame and in the series, you'll find special ghosts that'll appear. And you can fill up like your ghost notebook by taking pictures of them. They give you extra points and just some extra stuff. You can unlock costumes or whatever if you have enough of them in certain situations. But we miss a lot of them. We just run past, all of them. We are going to see Miyako again. Okay, cool. We got to pick up some of the best film in this game. So this is like, almost a spin, but I saved it. This is Primo film. That is the best film in the game, the Zero film. Name of the game in Japan, Zero. Has the same kanji and everything. Now we gotta do one of these. One, 2, 3. Cool. Just gotta match up all the colors. Pretty easy. We'll have a couple more. Actually, a couple? 1? 2? I don't know. We have one more to do. And I'm actually going to grab the stone mirror here. What a stone mirror does is that if you die, it gives you an extra life. And we're just going to do that for safety, just in case. Because some of the ghosts were very misbehaving. in some of my practice runs, so better safe than sorry. All right, that guy's just gonna chill there. He just talks a big game, but he's whatever. Now we got the key. We gotta go save Mayu. Don't worry, Mayu. I'm coming for you. We're gonna say hi to Miyako again. She's just here. She just wants more screen time. Hi, everybody. There she is. So she'll spawn out and then spawn back in. I hope she's not gonna spawn in front of me. Okay, that was good. She spawned next to me. That was kind of close, but we're fine. Did you see how far away I was when I interacted with this door? That's exactly what you want for everything. Anything I'd like to see in the remake? I would love to see no hand mechanic. So in the most recent Fatal Frames, there's a mechanic where you pick up items, but you do it very slowly. And sometimes there's a ghost hand that attacks you. And sometimes there's nothing. And it's just really slow. And I think it worked in 2008 when Fatal Frame 4 first came out. But I think it should stay in 2008. Okay. So you saw a little crouched ghost in that building. She is the bane of many runners. She can absolutely destroy a run. That is Chitose. Itsuki, that's his little sister. And we'll see her in a little bit. But she is the actual ultimate boss in this game. Oh, did we get another bridge ghost? Oh no. False alarm. I thought we got another one. That's okay. We can't be greedy. One bridge ghost blessing is enough for us. Okay. So now we are going to fight Tweedledee and Tweedledum. This fight is actually kind of hard. They're very close to each other. And we have to do very specific things when we're fighting them. So we want to hit them with a Fatal Frame combo, but we don't want to hit them with a full combo. We want to hit them with 2. They are close to each other, so we'll see how it goes. I was too early. So that's bad. Come on, buddy. All right, so that's why that's bad. Because if you don't hit him with 2 exactly, he'll do that swipe attack. Come on. And then sometimes they'll block for each other like that. Oh my goodness. They'll block for each other and you won't be able to hit them. All right, we got him. And we just need one more. All right, come on, buddy. All right, cool. I was hoping I would get a double shot with one of those, but yeah, he decided no. All right, I'm out of here. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Honestly, I would say Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and then the first room where you fight the 2 ghosts. Those are the hardest fights in this game, for me anyway. All right, let us go save Mayu. Don't worry, Mayu, I'm coming for you. So we open this. What? Mayu's gone. She just spirited out of here. She did leave us a note, though. She's like, yo, Mio, I'm out of here. So we're going to play as her again. All right, she's just following the Crimson Butterflies. Honestly, she's taking good advice. She's like, when in doubt, just follow the Crimson Butterflies. I mean, that's what we're doing. So she's not exactly in the wrong. And we'll find out who the Crimson Butterflies are later. once we get closer to the end. All right, so we gotta go chase after. We gotta go get her. Oh no. Yeah, sometimes stair skating just doesn't want to happen. It's usually pretty consistent on that staircase, so I'm kind of surprised I missed that one. There's a couple staircases where I'm like, I just never get them. I don't know. Like, the staircases are in my head. They know what I'm going to do before I do, and they're like, no stair skating for you, buddy. All right, cool. We got that one. Let's get out of here. All right, so now we're going to go to the third house. Remember how I said there was different houses? We've been to Osaka. I don't remember what this one is. I don't remember what this house is called. But we're going to go to the Kiryu house. Bridge Ghost, are you going to come me? Oh, maybe? No, okay. Sometimes in that camera angle, she's like, hi, everybody. But I guess not that time. All right, let us go back. And before we get there, it's going to make us do good old... We have to open this door by taking a picture of someplace else. So we get this cutscene real quick. Yep. Okay. Oh, another spin. That was a big spin. You can also see ghosts all around the game. Like, there was a ghost on the bridge there. You see some ghosts in the background. You can take pictures of all those ghosts. I don't, for obvious reasons, but they're pretty cool. It does really, you do find a lot of really cool ghosts that way. All right, cool. Take a picture of that. Well. We got to take a picture of a well. There's a quick turn in this game as well, which it's pretty nice. You can only do it while you're in camera mode, but we use it for a couple fights. The very first two-person fight, it's very nice because first ghost that is attacking you spawns directly behind you. So, you just turn around and he's usually getting ready to do his attack. So it's a pretty easy setup. But here we go. Oh, I almost missed it there. Oh my goodness. Cool. All right, so we got this one, and now we're gonna do. Oh, the Kiryu house is one of. For your first playthrough of a game, the Kiryu house is very. The layout is kind of confusing. There's a lot of turns. There's a lot of narrow hallways. A lot of the rooms look kind of similar. So I remember in my first playthrough of this game, way long ago, that was a place where I got lost in for quite a while. But once you learn which turns and whatever to take, it's actually a pretty good, easy way to navigate through the entire thing. But you'll see what I'm talking about. Chapter 6, The Remaining. There is 9 chapters in this game. If you're in this mode, there's 9 chapters in this mode. Shout out to the Xbox lighting rendering right there. All right, those 2 little ghosts. That's Azami and Akane. They were also twins. They also did the ritual. The ritual involves one twin basically killing the other twin, and that twin turns into a crimson butterfly, and they reunite, basically. They go together again. So after Akane killed her twin, she was understandably very distraught, very sad. So her father, who's a doll maker, decided, let's make the most lifelike looking doll that we possibly can. And we're going to treat her like the sister that was part of the ritual. What happens when you give a scary doll like that human properties and, a human soul is bad things happen. Bad things happen. So now we have to find the correct one, because the fake one will come out, and then the real one will come out. You can tell which one is different by the way they say, "Why do you kill?" So this is the fake one. If they don't elongate the Y, then it is the fake one. So we're going to listening for, "Why do you kill?"
Why do you kill?
Like that. Perfect. All right, I need her away from the wall. Cool. All right. So you can either get unlucky, very unlucky, or very lucky with this. Rule of thumb, if you don't get her on the third try, it's pretty much over. I gotta switch. It's pretty much over if you don't get her on the third try. I've had runs where she has Hello? She has refused to show up like 7, 8 times, and it is crazy. We're gonna hope that she doesn't do that here. We have to fight her 2 more times. But as you saw, once we do get the right one, and it's very easy to tell which one's which. It's a really cool fight, especially when you're just learning, because you can use your camera to shoot the fake one, and she'll just basically, just disappear. Like, you won't do any damage, you won't get any points, she'll just disappear, and you're like, oh, what happened? And if you examine how they also look a little bit different. So you're like, okay, maybe I should do this one. I just listen for it because it's easier and you know earlier. Because the second you hear her say, "Why do you kill?" that is, you know. All right, now we got to go take a picture of dear old dad, or the doll maker. He's chilling in this room because he's like, "I must make the dolls." So he's locked up in that room, and to make him unlock it, you basically have to take a picture of him and wait in this room. Now you may say, "Why am I leaving if I have to wait?" Well, you can hug this door and be as far out as possible. This counts as me in the room. So now look at the bottom right. You see that filament? Once it goes completely blank, door is unlocked. So we're just going to be looking at it. And it's blank. All right, cool. Door's unlocked. We're good to go. Nice. All right. So now we got to get this. Dollmaker is basically, that says that he spread around parts of the doll, and to vanquish the evil spirit, we have to put the doll together again. So now we got to go find parts of the doll. Dolls are scary. they're very scary to me. I've always been uneasy. We'll say uneasy around them. All right, before we do that, we do have to grab a spirit stone because we have more that we have to upgrade in a bit. But we need the spirit stone right there. Excuse me. Also, those 2 little girl ghosts can spawn in literally any room. They're usually not crazy spawners, but sometimes you'll just see one of them just standing there menacingly. And you're just like, or like her, Azami, she's like, just standing there, menacingly. All right, cool, we got those. That does force you to look at those, so just a little trick, like I use while I'm still in the camera, I try to face Mio in the direction that she has to go. This staircase, I'm so bad at never mind. I'm pretty good at getting the stairs gate. I don't know. I'm always so bad at getting the stairs gate on that staircase. That actually surprised me. All right, cool. So now we got that. We have two more pieces to get. 2 more. So we got to go get her head, and then we have to get her eyes. It's an old saying where eyes are like the door to the soul or whatever. So the doll is not complete unless we have the eyes. And the doll maker knows that, dear old dad knows that, which is why he's guarding the eyes. So after we get this little one, also for whatever reason, this one always lags. Come on, Xbox 360, go! All right, cool. And we're out of there. Sick. I don't know why. That just, it always lags. I have no clue why. Oh, there she is. She's just standing there menacingly. All right, we have to take a picture and then we have to upgrade our camera. Okay, cool. So let us go. And we got to go to the corner up over. Oh, add to the spin counter. Cool. Because right now we're running 14 film. 14 film is bad. It's not good. We want 90 film. We want sensitivity. Wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna go fight the doll maker. The doll maker he's a fight. He basically, he'll teleport around a lot at the beginning, and you can't really get a fatal frame on him. You can't get a 0 shot or a fatal frame on him. You'll see what I mean right here. So he'll spawn right here, right in front of us. So now we just don't want him to spawn in the walls. Where are you, buddy? I don't want him to spawn in the walls. I want him to spawn like in places like that. Okay, don't. And basically we're waiting for him to attack with his dolls. So I'm standing in the very middle of the room because I don't want him to spawn in a room. There we go. So hitting him once will make him drop the dolls, and then it'll give us a 0 shot right there. So we use blast. I didn't want to kill him, but I guess that's okay. Sometimes I got a just kill, so I literally barely killed him, which is not ideal. You want to do a blast, and then you want to get another 0 shot to replenish your spirit energy, because I'm going to have to fight the dolls again right now. And I need blast for that. But it's fine. It'll only take one more shot to kill the dolls. But yeah, that fight is kind of depending. Yeah, he was actually pretty good on that one because he was spawning pretty quickly and he was spawning in pretty good spots. So he just took, I don't know. He literally, when you get just kill, it's like you don't get any special shot. Why am I stuck there? Okay. You basically barely do enough damage. All right, cool. Now we got to go put it together. We got to go put a zombie together and take care of her. And I'm actually on pretty good pace, knock on wood, because the first couple fights were very, very nice. All right, we got to do this little one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. She's gonna attack, so we got to run all the way to the right. Cool. And then after she's done attacking, I just want to run away as far as possible. All right, we got the wrong one. We're just gonna aggro her. Run away as far as possible. Does this actually change her spawn? I have no idea. But it seems to kind of work. All right, so see that I didn't have blast, so I didn't kill her. All right, we actually got a really good secondary spawn right there. She spawned right in front of us, ready to attack. So that was negligible time loss, if any, which is really nice. All right, cool. Let us get out of here. She's actually been very, very nice to us, which is pretty cool. The last run I did for this, I had a 7 change in that room where it took her 7 tries to get out. I was losing my mind, but that is very, very nice. So we're actually on pretty darn good pace. All right, cool. The bad thing is, after that, Mio did drop her camera obscura. And dropping her camera obscura, that's our line of defense. That's bad. And to reflect that, the camera is now in black and white. That's very bad. If you get touched on this, you die. We don't want to die. We don't want to get, touched by anything in this. And we're being chased by Sai. The big, big bad. Ow. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay, cool. Sometimes that staircase also messes me up, but we got it. We're gonna keep running. Later. So yeah, this part is actually super tenseful because, like I said, if you get touched, you're dead. You have no camera obscura to defend yourself. You're just Mio right here. This is a lot of movement. We gotta go. We want to be as efficient as possible. Take very tight lines. All right, so it's basically that cutscene is just Sai trying to get you to open the door. You know, she's chasing you. She wants you to, yeah. We're trying to get out of here. We're gonna get this Polonia key.
Why did you leave me back then?
Now, it's gonna look very scary right now, but don't worry. Okay, do you see how close she was? As long as you run, you're completely fine. It looks scary, but you're completely fine. Yep, we'll skip that. And we need to get one more thing, which means we gotta go back. But first, we gotta figure out that we need to get one more thing. That's another flag that we have to trigger. So it's like, there's only one doll there. We saw where the other doll was. It's where we got the Polonia key earlier. So we're gonna make our way that way.
Is that you?
So you can hear her voice changing between Sai and Mayu. It's just, first off, to trick Mio, but to show the
Why didn't you come?
kind of possession that Mayu's going through. I know it's not gonna get me, but it's still scary. All right, and this one is a little easier. This puzzle, you just need to get them facing each other. So it is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. And then once again, she's like, "Don't forget about me." And we just gotta run. We're out of here. Cool. And this is like one of the best ways to show how far you can interact with a door. You see how far away you can be when you interact with a door? It's really cool. It's hard to take advantage of it on literally every door, but if you can, it's very nice. All right, so now we gotta go get our camera back. Cause this game would end right now if we didn't do that. But we still got some stuff to do. All right, so that ghost is like just there to be like, "Yo, don't go this way. Go get your camera," which is, it's pretty nice of them. All right, we're gonna go back down to this scary hallway. We'll get our camera right over here. Hello, mister. Yeah, that's just a fake out right there. All right, let's go. Okay, so what we want to do here is now we can actually explore the area that Saya was chasing us in because she's not chasing us anymore. So yay. We're gonna go. All right, so we're gonna open this door right behind this curtain. Let's see if I can get the. Oh, she didn't turn at the end. Sometimes you can get an immediate turn to face you right towards the door once you go past the curtain, but I did not get it right there. That's okay. All right, so now that we have that open, we're out of here. Ooh, this is a little... Okay, good. I got the good line there. Sometimes you run into that little plant thing, and Mio will get stuck on it, but I didn't, so that's good. Yay. You heard that bell. That bell signifies that it is now Chitose's time to shine, and we'll see her again. But she is genuinely one of the hardest parts of this game. If she doesn't cooperate, that is. All right, let's go say hi. We just gotta go check on Mayu real quick. Sadly, we don't see one of the coolest ghosts in this game, the dropping ghost. She's really cool. I do recommend, playing through a regular playthrough for yourself, because there's a lot of really cool ghost enemies that you just don't see in the speedrun. And she's one of my favorites. There she is. Give me back my brother. So, like I said earlier, Itsuki, he was a twin that did the ritual with his brother Mutsuki, and Chitose didn't understand why only Itsuki came back, basically. So it's pretty sad, honestly. But she has very bad eyesight. That's why she rings the bell. And we are going to... First, we need to go to Nighty Film, and then we have to go... we need Blast Tube. Okay, sick. We're going to be kind of tight on points, but we should be fine. All right. Where are you, girl? Okay, so she did the exact thing I didn't want her to do. She spawned in the wall, and then she did her crying attack. Her crying attack, what it does is it'll make everything dark the way she sees it. That's actually good. I wanted to get hit. Ah, she was in the wall. That's fine. She makes everything dark, because like I said, her eyesight's very bad. Where is she? She's in the wall again. And she did it. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Where are you, girl? Come on, attack me. Come on. Come on. Please? Where are you? She's right there. Please? Hello? Okay. Chitose, please, I'm begging you. I'm gonna look up and hope that she... I just need her to... Come on, girl. Nope, she's in the wall again. There's no way she did it 3 times in a row. I've never seen her do it 3 times in a row. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to just follow the filament and hope that she attacks me again like she did earlier. But she is not cooperating. I don't even know where she is, actually. Come on. We're gonna go back over here. Hope that she attacks us. I've genuinely never seen her just spam this attack. I don't even know. I just want her to attack me. That way we can get another fatal frame like we got earlier. Please, where are you? I'm trying to be in this bigger area so she can... There's no way. Wow. That's crazy. Yes, yes, attack? No? I just gotta hope that she pops out soon or she attacks me. But this is like, I've never seen her just do this attack over and over and over again. Like, I don't know if she's, there's no way she's bugged. Maybe she is. This is crazy. Because I don't even think she's spawning out in here. Well, there's always a chance that this happens. This is why she's the ultimate boss of this game, because she just does this and it doesn't matter how good of a time your run is. It's just, yeah. Okay. Come on. Maybe I'm gonna try to go downstairs and see if that, because I've genuinely never seen her just spam this attack, so I don't know if like something happened. Come on, girl. Come on. I need one more shot and I got her. I'm gonna just try to go down here. In the remake, I want her to not spawn in walls. How about that? Come on. She's just not cooperating. I don't even... She's under me. Oh, Chitose. Oh, Chitose, you silly girl. Please just attack me. That was an accident. She's in the wall again. I'm gonna run to this side. Oh, thank God. We did it. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was genuinely the worst one I've ever seen. I don't even know what to say. Okay. So that's Chitose. There she is. We have to fight her 2 more times. But that's the hardest one because of how small that hallway is. Oh. I was actually on PB pace before that.
It's the, luck of the draw, huh?
Luck of the draw. I was actually on Xbox version world record pace before that. But...
It's always, you know, in your head is like, you're on the pace and then the run just gonna suddenly backed up.
Man, that's pretty funny.
Well, maybe Chuck give you a round of sympathy for the loss there, because I know the feeling all too well. Hey, you know what though? It's more motivation to grind for the next one. Right?
Exactly. We're so close.
Exactly. They can follow twitch.tv/cloudmark27 and TikTok and YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube. There you go.
That was a good plug transition right there.
Oh
Nice.
yeah. I mean, for what it's worth though, like the fact that you're on world record pace on a GDQ is, I don't know, I feel like you might get something soon.
I was
Especially with the hype going to the remake. So
yeah, the remake is so hype. I'm so excited for the remake. Super pumped.
oh, that reminds me. Did you play the Wii remake?
I did play the remake, yeah. Deep Crimson
How is it?
Butterfly. It takes elements from Fatal Frame 4. So it has a hand thing and it's over the shoulder. But other than that, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 remake.
Huh.
You do get the Mario and Luigi costume. It's pretty cool. All right, where are you? Probably only get one here. Oh, I got two. Nice. Okay, so for here, I just like to look up into this corner. I don't know why. She seems way more aggressive whenever I look up into that corner. You're not gonna give me a perfect 3, are you? No, she might do her cry right here, which is fine. Because if we time it right, we can counter her cry. And I just need one more. Which she'll give me right here. Alright, bye Chitose. That was a pretty good 3. Pretty good Chitose 3. I was, yeah, if she just gave me that fatal frame instead of the cry, then that would have actually been a perfect Chitose 3, but we got a really good 2 as well. But that is it. Now we are going to save Mayu. Hopefully this time. And she's not there again. Classic Mayu, making us go through everything, and then she's like, I'm gonna go play with my ghost friends. We'll take that. All right, cool. But surprise, surprise, she actually runs back in here and she's like, yo, I'm tired of my ghost friends. Let's get out of here, Mio.
The ritual. It's beginning.
All right. She's right. We gotta go to the old tree. But first, we gotta change our film. Oh my goodness. This part, whenever you're changing your film, you can kind of see your IGT, so you like use that to like measure where you are, and that's how I knew I was on world record pace. I was like, because whenever I would change my film, I was like, oh man, we're doing pretty good. But usually right there, you want to be at like 104, 105. I was at 112, and all of that was at Chitose. That's actually crazy. Okay. Besides that, we're gonna go to this tree. And it's another classic one. Go over here, do this thing, then you'll be able to open up this tree. So, excuse me, Mayu. We got places to be. You actually can't stair skate on these stairs. These are the only stairs that you can't stair skate on because they're not like actual stairs. They're like just kind of like a slope. So you can see that she's not doing her stair animation. She's just kind of running. All right, let's go back to following the scary ghosts. Cool, cool, cool. Oops. Team? Table? Okay. I don't know why that first one didn't hit, but that is okay. So basically that's like you can escape the village through a little tunnel back there. You just gotta open it So now our next mission is we got to figure out how we're going to open it. And to do that, we got to go back to the old tree. All right, Mayu, come on. All right, so there's going to be actually a ghost that's going to spawn when we come down here. He's just going to yell at us, and then he's going to like try to summon stuff, but we're just going to ignore him. But he is going to come back during the second to last fight, and he's kind of scary. You'll see him right here.
Accept your destiny.
So he just yells at us.
The sacrifice.
As the sacrifice. All right, cool. So we run back there, and like Mayu's like, all right, I'm out. I'm burning. Cool. The Tsuchihara grave. All right, cool. So what we have to do is you have to collect talismans for every single family. So we got to go back to the Osaka house. Let us go back. Like I said earlier, sometimes the villagers will just spawn and try to impede your progress. Usually they spawn when you hit this bridge if they're going to spawn. Okay, so they didn't do it this time. Sometimes when you go, like, I don't know if it's like a certain trigger where if like you run past a certain area and it's like, does it go spawn? Yes or no? Because I've seen them spawn like right here, and it's weird because they usually 9 out of 10 times when they do spawn is when I hit that first bridge. So I don't know if it's a rare chance or whatever. But we gotta go see Itsuki for the last time. He's been chilling. He's waiting for us. Itsuki actually helps Yae escape from the village the first time because he went through the ritual. He doesn't want Yae and Sae to experience that, so he's trying to help them escape. So we got to go in here. We can actually, the key that we got, we can finally open his cell. He gets thrown in the cell because he did help us escape. Or Yae, I say us, but Yae.
Yai, if I can save you.
So fun fact, during this cutscene in the PS2 version, you can actually pick up the Zero film, but in the Xbox version, you have to wait until it's done. I don't know why that is. It's just interesting. Okay, so now each talisman that we have to pick up is guarded by a boss ghost that we fought in before. So at the Osaka house, it's guarded by the hunched over lady, or Sadako, when she crawls out of the well. First, we got to change our camera up. We have to... Oh, I'm a little short, but that is okay. I'm 60 points short, which is not a big deal because I will get 60 points when I do this first one. It is nice to have it fully upgraded before. I don't think it should change anything, but we'll see. So we have to be quick with these because it is a very tight window. All right, so now we want to blast. Wonderful. Okay. And then she should still be there, and then she should just run at us. She should just run at us. There we go. Okay, maybe that did. That's interesting. Okay, she'll just run at us again. Usually it only takes 3 shots, but I guess because I was short one, it's gonna take another one. But I mean, she just does that. All right, so we got the Osaka crest. And now we have to go face Azami and Akane again for the last time. Also, these little kid ghosts spawn. Over here. They're playing hide and seek, and one of them You just heard him right there. He's like, "Can I come out now?" And like, you can just leave. Like, you don't have to do anything with him. And then later you'll hear the little girl be like, "Not yet." It's like talking over it, maybe. Oh, there she is. So yeah, it's always funny because they're all setting up this game. They're like, "Yeah, Mio's gonna do this stuff with us," and I'm just like, "Yeah, see ya." Oh, that reminds me, I gotta switch to 61 film here. I need that 90 film, so I cannot use it for this fight. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go back up to that staircase that always destroys me for stair skating. We gotta go back up here, and she's just one of them. Oh my goodness. Azami's just gonna be standing here menacingly, because that is her favorite thing to do. She's gonna show us a secret door. So we just go over this way. And lo and behold, a secret door. So this is where the Kiryu crest? The Kiryu crest is. Mio, thank you. And this is where the last fight is. Okay, so we want to aggro her as quickly as possible. Cool. And then once she does her attack, we want to get out of here. And hopefully the correct one spawns. And she does. Where is she? Cool. That was perfect. I guess she saw what Chitose did to us, and she was like, "That's kind of cool, Chitose. We're not gonna be that mean." So she just decided to come out, which is pretty nice. All right, now we have to go fight my favorite ghost in this game and get the last crest. Oh, spin counter. I tell you, if the camera's changing or is moving a little bit, if you even, you think about adjusting, and Mio's just like, spin. All right, here we go. Are we gonna get villagers? Do they want to say hi? Doesn't look like it. Okay, but Mayu was actually talking about this ghost earlier. When she said the Tsuchihara grave, that is where we have to go. That is where the last ghost, our last emblem or talisman that we have to pick up. So we're just making our way over there. To do that, we have to go through the big tree. Here we go. All right, cool. So we have to do a little setup to get her to come out. And we do have to pick up our last spirit stone so we can fully upgrade what we need. Blast. We need a level 3 blast for the last 2 fights. So that's what we gotta do. First, we're gonna run over here. We're gonna pick up our last spirit stone right there. We're gonna run towards this. I take a picture. And this is like, now you gotta go take a picture of the correct gravestone. So let us run. This boy will spawn. Luckily, we can just... Hello? Okay, that was a little weird. Wait, I didn't get it. Oh my god. Team? Okay, that was interesting. So here's my favorite ghost. We gotta change to 90 film. Oops. This is the bent neck lady. I think she's neat. Cool. So she's doing her thing. We want to get another fatal frame combo on her. And she's done. Now we just gotta wait for her to despawn. Yeah, she's a really cool ghost. I think she's awesome. Now we're gonna go to our 0 film, and we're gonna add a spirit orb, and this is powered up to full. All right, there's 2 fights left in this game, and we just gotta get there. First fight being Ryokan. I was talking about him earlier. He is the head priest here, and he's the one who basically did the ritual for the Kusabi and the ritual for the closing of... It's basically a gate to hell. Okay, this one's easy. It's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hooray. All right, cool. We got that. All right, Mayu, let's go. And here's the final chapter, Crimson Butterfly. All right, so the whole point of getting those talismans was there was a place to come to get out of the village over here. This is how Yae and Sai tried to escape the first time, and this is how we're going to try to escape. But ghosts come to attack us. They spirit away Mayu. We got to go get her. So don't worry, Mayu. I'm coming for you. Then we'll get a little, we're like, but where did she go? Well, this will give us a little, she's this way. They're basically reenacting the ritual to like close the gate. So you can see all this stuff happening right here. All right, let's go, Mio. We got to get there. Oh, also, fun fact, you can control the flashlight with the right stick. I don't know if I said that earlier, but it's fun. All right, cool. Yeah, when it turns pure white and it flashes on you. It is, it's very bright. But we know where that is. We're going to see. This is the last chance for Bridge Ghost to make an appearance. She did bless the run earlier, but I guess it wasn't... Well, I mean, Azami was very good this run, but Chitose was... Chitose. So, that was okay. Alright, we'll see if she comes out again. Oh, I thought we were going to get attacked right there, but I guess not. Sometimes the villagers will spawn right when you go down those steps. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. Is she coming back? Oh, first cutscene. Okay, now. Is she coming back? Bridge ghost, bridge ghost, bridge ghost. I don't think so. She already appeared once, so I don't... Oh. No, she just made sounds. She's just like, yeah, I'm here, but I made my debut. I'm out. All right, so now we have to follow Yae's path for the ritual. Mayu is following Sai's path, so we got to follow Yae. And it's actually really cool to see I'm saying a bunch of names, and a lot of these names are like repeated in Fatal Frame 3 and in Fatal Frame 1. You know, because obviously Yae escapes this village and she goes to the Himuro Manor, which is Fatal Frame 1. And she gets got in Fatal Frame 1. She's also Miku's great grandmother. Something like that. So there's another cool connection between them. Yay, connections. Whee! That is the most important stair skate in the game. If you fail the stair skate with Mayu right there, you may as well reset. There's just no reason to go on.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but you see, okay, that's another... They're basically doing the ritual.
Together.
And it's like Yae came back and Mayu's a stand-in for Sae, and we're gonna do the opposite way. We're gonna be the stand-in for Yae. Huh. Oh. She wanted to spin on the stairs, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So she only half spun right there. You have to go this way, or I'm pretty sure it doesn't let you go through the door if you don't go this way. Whee! All right, here we go. There we go. Yay, you finally come. There we go. Now we're gonna...
Waiting and waiting.
Let's do this. This is Ryokan. This is one of the harder fights to actually learn. It was actually very difficult for me to learn this fight when I first started running this game. But through some tweaking and like countless times doing this fight, he spawned in the wall. Okay, we just gotta wait for him to spawn again. Oh, that's not a good spawn for him. He's gonna run at me. All right. That's fine. And he's dead. Okay, so we level up Blast and we use Zero and we equip the Zero film right after the bent neck lady, specifically for this guy. You need to kill him in the one rotation, or he basically runs away and his two lackeys right there will start attacking you. That is the absolute worst case scenario that you want. But luckily, he dies in one fully upgraded Blast Zero film combo, a Fatal Frame combo. And then just one regular shot, which is usually you want to do the regular shot and then he'll attack you, which is, wow, that was the weirdest spin I've ever seen Mio try to do. And that's like the perfect way to do it, but that was actually a really good fight. He attacked me fairly quickly and then he spawned in a really good spot for me to get him. So that was a pretty darn good fight. There's not like any huge glitches in this game. The biggest one, I guess you could say, is the stair skating.
We would always be together. So you ran away.
All right, so now we have one fight left. The Kusabi. The Kusabi. First, we got to get there. This is a very long, very long tunnel system, and we're going to be attacked by a lot of people. So Mio's got to put on her dodging shoes. Hoop, hoop. Excuse me. I think there's 5 more I have to dodge. Once you know the route, it's pretty easy to. Like this one coming up, you want to be on the left to start. And then once you see him, you just hug the right wall. And he won't get you. And then right after this corner, another one is gonna spawn. So you just aggro his attack, and then when he does that, you do a quick turn right there. Boom, you're ready to go. All right, cool. And you still want your movement to be good. You still want to hug the walls. You want to take the least amount of movement as possible. And now this dodge is kind of hard. You have to get the stair skate on this one, because if you don't, you're not fast enough to dodge the ghost on the stairs. And before that, we have to pick up some nighty film, because we don't have enough film to kill the boss unless he gives me the perfect fight. But he's not going to do that. So, oop. So if you do the stair skate correctly like that, you can bait out his attack and then just zoom past him. If you don't get the stair skate, you have to take a hit and then you just go past him. But taking a hit, always bad. You never want to do that.
Finally come for me. You finally come. We can be.
But we're coming up to the final fight over here.
I knew you would come for me. I kept waiting and waiting.
And we're going to see some familiar faces right here.
Continue the ritual.
We'll see Azami and Akane. This is the site of the ritual. So there they are. You gotta feel bad for them. They're so, oof. The ritual is not fun. I'll tell you that. All right, so now we're gonna spawn the Kusabi. Gotta go through these torii gates. And we're going down. Cool. All right, so this guy, he has 2 attacks, a 0 shot and a fatal frame combo. We want him to do the fatal frame combo twice, and that is the perfect Kusabi kill. I'm gonna hope that he doesn't do the 0 shot, because that makes this fight a whole lot longer. So we aggro him right there. And we gotta get him in. Nice, he did. Okay, so we only had 1 0 shot right there, so I gotta be quick. How's that? Okay, cool. I actually got 2 shots on him right there. Wow, he actually did give me the double fatal frame combo. I didn't hit him with the full first fatal frame combo, so that's not going to kill him, but he should die in 1 more hit. If I hit that first fatal frame combo, that would have been the perfect fight, which is actually crazy, because I have the world record for this on the PS2 version, and my Kusabi fight is disgustingly bad on that version. And I seem to only get the perfect Kusabi fight when Chitose or somebody else is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyway, time is going to come up once we run to Mayu the second time. So, in a couple seconds here. All right, so Mayu's just standing here, also menacingly, and our time is coming up in now. Yay!
GG.
Man, we still had a 135 even with that Chitose.
I'm sorry about the unlucky. Hey, it was going really good until then.
Yeah. It was still a good run. Still had a great time. Hooray.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you all so much for cheering me on. I do appreciate that. Even with that, all the bad things that went on, it was still very fun. It was still very cool. Thank you all so much for having me.
Absolutely. Really quick, if anyone did want to check out more Cloudmark, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me at Cloudmark27 here on Twitch. I'm also on TikTok and YouTube. More TikTok than YouTube. I post a lot of stuff there. That's the best places to find me. I do speedrun Fatal Frame, other horror games like White Day, and we're going to be learning Silent Hill F coming up.